What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another live, man. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So let's get it. And y'all already know, before we get this thing started, it's only right that I play, my intro that everybody has grown to love. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up. Mickey Truth is live. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
What it do, y'all? Hey, I still gotta come up with a name for you. Her dad hates me. I gotta get you a new. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you Plug, okay? Because you always say call me a plug. I'm gonna call you the Plug, okay? What it do, AB? What it do? So yeah, that's my song. So y'all, yes, that is Chris Brown holding me tight in his arms. Yo, for those who don't know, I am a big Chris Brown fan, and it's just been a lot of back and forth friendly banter on Clubhouse, and I got me a PTR made. I just wanted to share it with y'all. What it do, Prince? Yo, so this is so if y'all see me on Clubhouse with this on, just know I was not hacked. This is just me and my husband chilling in a nice picture. He's holding me so tight because he doesn't want to let me go. I just had to share that because I thought everybody just thought that was hilarious. But y'all already know we're going to get to the business at hand, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up. Truth Team Special Hearing is in. You know what? We're not going to start with that, okay? We're not going to start with that. What it do, Big Red? I said red, but you know I'm country, okay? Thank you. So y'all, this is what we're gonna do. I ain't gonna go straight into Melly, because y'all already know Melly gonna take us a minute, okay? Side note, I think it was either Lamar. No, it was Music 101. You know what? He set me up for the okie doke. He told me it wasn't no court till Tuesday. I didn't go live today because I didn't think it was court. But we will be live tomorrow. Y'all already know, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We will be streaming courtesy of Law and Order Trial Network, the YNW Melly trial. Okay, what it do, TMC? So we back at it. But tonight, we're going to just take it back to like we want. We just going to watch the key points. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to see, because I heard it was a good day in court. But before we go there, because we got a couple things we need to talk about first. Let's start with Kodak Black. Okay. So according to reports, Kodak Black has turned himself in. Was that last night? I'm not sure if it was last night when I was on live, but one of those nights. I told y'all it was an act of warrant for his arrest due to failing to appear for a drug test. And we talked about it this morning on a Honey NT morning show. And I just don't know what's going on with Kodak. I ain't gonna I just don't know. I don't know. What to do, GTA? I hope you get it together though. I am gonna play some audio in a minute, but let's just get to this real quick. So this was a warrant that was issued on June 15th. Peter, what it do? So let's see. What we got. All right. So did he not get arrested? Hold up. I heard he turned himself in. It's not there. So hold on. Let me look at someone else. And then we're gonna look at the paperwork in a minute. But let me see if he in jail though. You know what? You know what, Prince? You is something. What it do, low life? All right, y'all. I'm gonna change the screen just 1 minute. I'm trying to find a website. Yo, let me tell y'all something. So, for those who don't know, if you frequent Clubhouse, make sure you go. For one, go follow every house on the Honey ENT side. I'm talking about the Beehive, a Honey ENT show, Good Burger, No Room for the Weak, Dangerous Mind, all of them. And if I freaking forgot the name off the top of my head, I apologize for every room. But definitely go follow Mickey Truth House of Truth. I am gonna be utilizing that house for mock trials, okay? And like we have one coming up, I'll drop y'all the info. I will stream it or provide it on my other YouTube channel. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, we're doing a mock trial with Chris Brown. Um, allegations or slander, as I call it. But yeah, make sure y'all do that. We gonna look. I'm trying to, tie everything in. You get me? What it do, Bolo? Hold on. What is his name? I keep forgetting. He changed his name. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Eyes are coming. All right. So reports was definitely issued that he turned himself in. He's not listed in jail. Okay. But hold on. What, Prince? We are a team over here with a common goal of watching Law and Order SVU season 1 through 26. We is not a gang, okay? So let's get into the paperwork. I can't confirm off the top of my head if he actually had to be, you know what I'm saying, arrested. If he just, I'm not sure. But as y'all saw, I'm not able to pull him up. So if he did, he got released, at least from what that says. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the affidavit was for the arrest. Let's look at that paperwork, okay? And then we're going to keep moving along. We're not going to spend too much time on the Kodak Black situation, but I am going to play a live, I believe, and it was just very disheartening. And as it showed here, you already know that he has been charged with trafficking oxycontin, oxycodone. My bad, I'm talking about oxycontin. And then is expired driver's license more than 6 months. Okay, Peter, I'm telling you, it's like, and it says, like I told y'all before, conditions violated by failing to submit a random drug and alcohol test through the pre-trial service offices as okay. And this was back on June 9th. So my bad, I didn't know it was gonna show all that. I mean Kodak Black just need to, I don't know what Kodak Black need to do. Like I said, I'm definitely a fan of Kodak Black, but I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. He got to want help for himself. You know, I watch people in my real life battle it, still battling it. So I get that it's definitely hard, but it's gonna be up to him for sure to get it done. And hey, whew, okay. But I'm gonna show this so we can look at this. This is courtesy of No Jumper because I did not catch this. But they actually have it, so I'm gonna play it real quick. And I will, let me just put this out here. Trigger warning possible. I don't know what this will do to anybody. It's not nothing graphic or nothing. I just want to put it out there, and viewer discretion is advised. Okay. And Mickey Truth and the Truth Team platform do not condone any type of drug use. So we are not held responsible for what's in this video.
You want to do it, you can like BB9s and go to like that. I ain't saying that just Y'all need y'all need what you call it, yeah. Y'all need to bring out all y'all secrets. This ain't gotta be no lawsuit or none of that. Just be like, trust. All the dictate to be to dictate. I bet. All right. I bet is on every this not new secrets. I bet if how we public records and public information public with and they got him. So you like this is you stretch all the way out and if all of this if my is already and I pop it a lot of time even when you want to do it like you can like BB9s and you go to like that. I ain't saying that just I need y'all need what you call it, yeah. Y'all need to bring out all y'all secrets. This ain't gotta be no lawsuit or none of that. Just be like trust.
All right, I think
Trust
it was
y'all.
replaying. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's okay. So, all right, I'm just gonna speak my truth. Okay, for one, just from like a person just looking at the video, your first thought is, oh my gosh, who is what I'm saying, doing this to him, putting it on the internet, right? However, the real me and how I look at things, and being that I'm familiar with just his movement since the beginning, especially paperwork and all that, knowing that he definitely does have a problem, in my opinion, with drugs and based off paperwork, he goes live a lot. And sometimes he's not in the right state for sure. Okay. So although I would want to say it's on what's up, Andrea? It's like on whoever's recording, but he does it to himself also. And it's just part of me is like, I mean, at some point he's gonna have to take accountability to, for one, do better with himself, and for two, definitely check who he's around, because obviously they're not good at all if they wanted to post this. Cause I would have been like, bruh, chill. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, what you on? Like, give that man some help. I just don't know if he ever got forced treatment. But at this point, I don't even know if forced treatment would make sense, because he's not following through with what he's supposed to follow through with. Hence why he had a warrant out. Y'all, I just ask everybody, what if you believe in prayer or whatever it is that you believe in, definitely send one for Kodak. Not just for him to not be in jail, but for him to get the courage or the strength to overcome whatever it is that he's battling. So that he's so young, and I be forgetting that he's so young. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna preach. I kind of have like you know, a little sensitivity to that issue, because I actually, have relatives and stuff that been through it. But I mean, I'm still just gonna say it's not no excuse, at all. But just send some prayers up to him. Okay, what to do, Justified? All right, y'all. Next, we're gonna move on along. And I just put in a chat, little segue, my link to my Clubhouse YouTube, I mean my House of Truth, Mickey Truth House of Truth. Make sure you subscribe. For those who don't frequent Clubhouse, every mock trial that I do on Clubhouse, I'm gonna post it on that page. I'm gonna keep it, like I told you, I'm gonna keep it separate from what I do. So any like of my Clubhouse content will be over there on that page. So make sure you subscribe. If y'all give me one moment here, let me pull up all my tools real quick. Y'all make sure y'all share the live, man. Share the live. Share the live. And get the likes up. I want to sing so bad. I ain't gonna care. I'll be over here trying to say, do I sound good or not? Alright. Let me get that off the screen first. Okay, let me show this again. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Brown Truth. Yes, we joined our names together. Y'all. And I'm for real. Like, I'm not even tripping. Like, this is real life. But I'm laughing at. I'm so serious, okay? All right. So next we got on the docket Quando, Rondo. And I'm pulling up that information right now. Now, according to matter of fact, let me just pull it up. Give me 1 second, y'all. And yes, y'all, I decided to go live at the last minute because I wasn't gonna go live. So that's why I don't have all this pulled up. I'm gonna get better, okay? I'm gonna get better one day. But if you know, you know. It probably ain't gonna happen. Let me see. Do I got some video we can watch real quick? Do I got some video we can watch real quick? Okay. Does this come with a video? Probably not. All right, but I'll read it from here. All right. So, Quando Rondo. In the order, Stokes said he meets the requirements for bail and set it at 100,000. She stated in the order the court finds a significant. What's up, KG? That the defendant surrendered himself for arrest the day after he learned of the warrant for his arrest. The Atlantic record artist is facing. We know that. Okay. So basically, he will not have a curfew or be on house arrest. Okay. So let's see if it's some documents available. And let's see if he's out. Like, right? Let's see if he's out. What it do? What it do, Loud Pet? Don't do me. That's me and Mr. Brown Truth, okay? Yo, we need to get together on that merch though. Because I'm ready to push it on along. People be asking me about it. And then last night when I was going down memory lane, I realized I've been saying I was gonna do merch for months now. So yeah, let's tap in and get that going on, Loud Pet. Let's see here. Hope y'all had a good day, okay? You wrote me back? Alright, I'm gonna check it. I ain't getting no email from you though, but I'm gonna check it again. Cause I've been checking my email all day. Yo, so a little side note while I'm waiting for this to load, okay? Yeah, Loud Pack, I don't got no email from you. I'm looking at it now. I've been noticing something, and I don't know if everybody is familiar with YouTube or whatnot. But shout out to my mentors and stuff that be putting me on game. I've been realizing I've been cheating myself, okay? Because some of my videos would not be monetized, right? And I didn't even know it, right? So I literally had to go back and submit like escalations to get it. So I don't know if they're gonna backtrack it or what. So y'all fingers crossed. I just got an email that 6 of them got updated, but 2 didn't. So and I've had to put like 30 in it. And maybe more. Okay, send it to me. So maybe more. I just got tired of clicking. But yeah, y'all, that's something. Okay. All right, let me see. So did he get out? Look, I'm over here like, so is he out? Hold on. Let me see. I think 100,000 ain't nothing, okay? Exactly, Prince. I was tripping. I didn't even know, like, they have like different color dollar signs, and I was oblivious to what the different colors meant. So when I finally learned about it, and matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all, it was actually 1090 Jake actually posted something on his story, and I was like, yo, mine be saying that, and he was like, yeah, I'm waiting for it to get done, and I'm gonna post it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna post the video once it go through. And I'm like, yo, mine's be looking like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with that? And I had to hit him up like, yo, what that mean? And he explained it to me. I'm like, oh, I need to go back. So like I I don't even know Prince, to be honest, but you know, my long-winded self, all my videos be over. So I don't even know, because I talk a lot. It was, y'all just don't know how many times I had to redo it last night to make that clip from the live, the summary of the live for Young Thug, 2 minutes. I recorded it 100,000 times. I'm not even going for sure. 100,000 times. All right, so there's no way to check the. Now you can only look at 24-hour jail or 72 hours. All right, so I don't know if he posted out or not. It wouldn't let me see it. It doesn't show any records of him posting out. Yeah. So I don't know. Let me show y'all. It doesn't say. So I don't know if, you know, if he's still in there or not. It doesn't say. Cause like when you go to the arrest little situation, hold on, that's Broward. You can only do 24 hours, 72 hours. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Exactly, Loud Pack. Okay. You know what? KG, we ain't even got to Thug yet. You know what? Right. And that's why I'm like, I need to get my merch going, Loud Pack. We need to get that going because now is the time. The momentum is there. All right. So, summary, Quando Rondo did receive a $100,000 bail. However, I cannot confirm or deny if he has been released yet. In my opinion, if he hasn't been released, he's probably gonna be released soon. Because I mean that should be light, 100,000. For him, it's definitely not light for me, but it's definitely should be light for him. All right. Let's continue. Oh, let me do my sidebar. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my secondary page, Mickey Truth, House of Truth, which is going to have all my Clubhouse content from my House of Truth, which I will be holding mock trials in the house as content. Okay. Like coming up, the very first content will be Chris Brown. It was slander. Okay. Put on Chris Brown today. As far as his history stating, let me look for the purpose of context. Stating that, he was basically a woman beater, okay? And I was like, no, I wouldn't call it that. And you know what? Shout out to Naughty Nerd. We went, friendly banter. And I'm like, yo, we gonna take this to trial. You bring your receipts, I bring my receipts, and we gonna have mock trial. So yeah, definitely should be fun. And that's basically gonna be the concept of that room. I'm probably gonna do like once a week, just do mock trials of different hot topics, right? So this one is like a dry run. Just basically let's see how it flows. If everything goes well, I'm gonna do it, different topics and just kind of because I enjoyed the back and forth debate when we had the 14-year-old son that shot and killed the man that was beating on his mom. Speaking of which, that's not in the title, but let's definitely not too much on Chris Brown, Loud Pack. But let's definitely get into that. So if you have not heard, the mother and son murder charge has been dropped. That broke earlier today. And let's just pull it up real quick. Let's do that. Man, let me tell you, I'll probably pass out if I meet Chris Brown in real life. I ain't gonna lie. When I froze, like I told y'all in that video, when doggone Quavo came by, I'm gonna probably pass out if I ever come across Chris Brown for sure. All right, so according to the Chicago Sun-Times, prosecutors dropped charges against mom, 14-year-old son, and killing of man at hot dog stand. I did not know that was hot dog stand. I thought that was actually like a Chinese place, but okay, hold on, y'all. All right, but yeah, I am happy that they are free of charges. Before I get into the article, if y'all watch Sko, shout out to the whole Sko gang. I was on his live last night and I said it. And I didn't really touch on it on my live because I told y'all it was a trigger for me. But my logic, I wonder if my logic, so what I said was definitely being that in that moment inside, I don't know what happened outside. I never watched the second video. In my opinion, it was the son protecting the mother because the mother was defenseless. She was backed into a corner being attacked, right? So I'm wondering what they're about to say, why they dropped the charges. But let's see. What is that? Okay. Citing emerging evidence, prosecutors have dropped murder charges against a woman and her 14-year-old son less than a week after the woman was accused of ordering her son to kill a man who had punched her at a Southside hot dog stand. Kalisha Hood, 35, appeared in court Thursday on charges of first-degree murder and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Judge Dawkins ordered Hood held on $3 million bail. Hood next court date had been set for next month, but prosecutors scheduled a hearing Monday at which they announced they were dropping all charges, so not even the delinquency of the minor. And I almost thought that was going to stick, but I'm glad they dropped that too. They later announced that the murder charges against the teenager have been dismissed. I hope they get him counseling for sure. In light of emerging evidence today, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office have moved to dismiss the charges against Kalisha Hood and her 14-year-old son. The office said in a written statement, based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of these cases. The statement didn't specify what the new evidence is, but it comes after a video surfaced over the weekend that appears to show Jeremy Brown, the man who was killed, punching Hood immediately before he was shot June 18. The video, widely distributed on social media, apparently was taken by a bystander and doesn't show the shooting, which officials said was captured by high-definition surveillance cameras. In presenting their case last week, prosecutors said Brown, 32, punched Hood in the head at a Maxwell Street Express after the two got into an argument while waiting in line for food. Hood texted her son and had him come to the restaurant as the argument turned physical, according to the prosecutors, who said that the boy took out the gun and shot Brown in the back. Brown ran from the store as Hood's son allegedly continued to fire. The teen and his mom followed Brown to the parking lot where she told her son to keep shooting Brown to kill him, prosecutors said. Hood also was accused of telling her son to then shoot Brown's girlfriend of trying to take the gun from her son afterward. The two left the scene and went home. Prosecutors said Hood had a valid firearm. Yeah, we got that part. So, what y'all think about that? Well, I'm gonna say this. Although they do not specify right exactly why the charge was dropped. When you say like with the evidence and all that, I really feel, in my personal opinion, maybe they didn't have that footage from the inside like that. Maybe they only had the angle that showed everything else, and then maybe the people that was there as witnesses at the time was like siding with, the decedent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it definitely feel like, because when I watched that original video, like I said on Skull Channel, um definitely Peter definitely need to move because they got her face and her son everywhere. But like I said on Skull Channel last night, I feel like, because in South Carolina, okay, if you're in a dwelling and you're attacked and you're defenseless, then another person can't assist you at that time because it's going to be passed off like that. So to me, just based off South Carolina law, the mom not being the aggressor, being backed into a corner, right, being attacked, then the son, boom, was like, could have protected his mom. That's just how it went. Now that was just based off law here. I don't know about Chicago, but it had to be something that they dropped all charges. So again, prayers to the family of even the decedent, you know what I'm saying, and rest in peace to him. But definitely prayers to the mother and the son, because their life would never be the same. But they definitely need to get out of Chicago, okay? And then secondly, they also need to get that child some counseling, maybe both counseling, okay? What's up, Big Stepper? Yeah, I'm glad that worked out because that was definitely alarming. Now let me see. Have we went through everything we need to go through before we get into Melly? Look, I don't want to do um no clickbait. Let me see. I did Kodak Black. Did Quando Rondo. All right, so let me do Thug. I don't think Thug is in the title, but I'll do that anyway. Oh, people just okay. Let me just do a side note real quick. Okay. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me. This is my thing. Okay. I just want people to understand this. Okay. I want people to understand your views of anybody is definitely your views you're entitled to. I am Mickey Truth as a business. I am planning to grow my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my brand together. I appreciate everybody's support, but it comes a point. What it do, Dango? It comes a point where people, if it's not a reflection or direction to me, please stop tagging me into. I'm like it mainly be whack haters, right? If you have an issue with WAC 100, tag WAC 100, okay? Do not tag me in that or at me. And I'm going to tell y'all why it's just getting kind of overwhelming sometimes. Like, I'm all for the banter and all that. But when you're atting me, right? So that means I'm getting all these notifications and comments. And then I go to it and it ain't even got nothing to do with me. So now it could be somebody that really want to say something to Mickey Truth or ask Mickey Truth a question that's going to get overshadowed because I'm looking like, okay, and then it's going to pass by. Because one thing, and I've been saying it for months, even before I went on Clubhouse, right? How the messages, you know what I'm saying, the comments come in, it's only going to show certain ones. My assistant does go through, but after, I'm pretty sure after so many, she's not going to, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all, please y'all can mention my name if you want to, but when you add me, you just, especially when they ain't got nothing to do with me, like literally, I get like maybe 100 ads a day, right? Just for them to say why whack ducking a fade, like what that got to do with Mickey True? Look, Peter said you are attacked. You too whack forever. Like, I mean, I get it, but see, my whole thing is accountability. Like, I ain't ducking no smoke for Mickey Truth, but how you gonna come at me about something I don't even know about half the time, right? Like at him. Like he has a bigger platform at him. That's all I'm saying. Right? Because you're just taking away from people that really rock with me for me to respond. And I like, I be wanting to get to know a lot of my subscribers, like the ones that's part of the truth team. Like I know y'all. Y'all come in, I know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? We can go down memory lane together, all that. But it's hard to meet the new ones because it's just like, and y'all know I think everybody are trolls. So like, that's all I'm asking y'all. Yo, if you got some smoke for me, you definitely at me, okay? But if it's not my smoke, don't be putting me up in the clouds because I'm like, you just taking away, you're taking time and energy away from just getting a business clear, okay? That's all I'm saying. But I appreciate the support. I just had to look because I went to try to pull up something and like literally my last 5 comments was like had nothing to do with me. Like it's kind of draining. And I used to think Skull was probably like the most hated on YouTube, but I ain't never used to get added nothing. But yo, Wack just definitely just be his doggone trolls is different. I was like, yo, what you talking about? I got nothing to do with me. Exactly. I be trying to say that people like I am my own person, like for sure. Yeah. So I get it, and look, I just want y'all to know, look, if y'all don't remind y'all, remember, I even stopped checking my own comments for this similar reason, right? So it's like this just goes to show I don't be in my comments, you know. Sometimes there'll be randomly certain messages get sent to me like, oh, you should respond to this, but you know, and this is now. So y'all don't say I'm acting Hollywood in a couple months, okay? Y'all remember when I was at the bottom, I was acting like this. All right, y'all, let's keep going. Let me make sure. Was that all we had to talk about on that? What's my title? Quando, Rondo. Okay, yeah, we can get into on YNW Melly now. Make sure y'all are liking, commenting, sharing, and tell a friend to pull up. Truth Team Special Hearing is now in session. We are reacting to the YNW Melly trial day. I believe it's 8. That part, Prince. Okay. Yeah. I think it's day 8. Let's get into it. Dang, Prince, put your notes in my in the comments because I can't get on Clubhouse right now. I forgot to save them to a thumbnail. I'm just gonna put this. You know what, KG? Never. Because when Thug get out, KG, I'm definitely gonna remember you. And I'm gonna pull the freaking live where you was bantering for him not getting out, okay? Alright, let me pull up my YouTube real quick. So we can go to Law and Crime. I hope they done broke it down. That part. What's up, Trap Society? You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Y'all, shout out Truth Team. Y'all are the best. We be all here having fun, okay? They be like, y'all the police over there. Okay, fine. Welcome in. Do you want to be part of the freaking force? But you know what? That used to irritate. I'm still looking up the stuff. That used to irritate me so bad when people used to say that. But now I embrace it. I'm like, all right, forget it. Yeah, we the police over there. Okay, we about to look through the paperwork. Yup. And we gonna know what we talking about when it comes to the law. And we gonna stand on it. So what? Now what? So when you come up in here, you like my picture? When you come up in here, yes, you're gonna get a juror number. Shout out to Iceberg Watkins. Iceberg was like, yo, you talking about what juror number you is? I was like, what the world? Yup. So yeah. If you come up over here on the Truth Team, you with it too. So if I'm the police, you the police soon as you enter this chat. All right. But no, we just talking about Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, maybe Criminal Intent, seasons 1 through 26. All right, let me see. Thank you. All right, we about to get into it. I'd have been chitting and chatting. Let me see. Let's start with this. I think this was a highlight. I'm about to share in just one moment.
Was previously stated, as you're objecting this witness testifying wearing a mask. Based upon his testimony, I overruled the objection, and now you're suggesting you want to revisit that?
Yes, sir.
So go ahead and tell me, make your argument.
May I inquire from the witness?
Sure.
Sir, are you aware that the picture along with your family is on the internet as we sit here today?
Nope.
May I approach?
You may. Same thing you showed counsel sidewalk?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
May I show you what this is a picture and ask if that is you and your family?
Yes, sir.
And that's on your wife's Cash App?
Yes, sir.
Which is available to anyone who runs that, because we just ran it this morning.
I guess so. I did my best to keep things clean. I guess I missed that one.
We would object to him continuing to testify with his mask on based upon that as public record.
Yeah, this is nothing that this witness put on. It was something that was done by a family member that he was unaware of. So based on that, and the testimony is still truthful and accurate as to what he has done to protect his identity on that. So based on that particular item, I don't think that rises to that level.
Thank you. All right, Detective, can you step down for a second? Just wait outside.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I have a request.
Yes.
Can I briefly call my wife and make sure that she scrubs everything that I might have missed?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
And Judge, we just asked that to have defense counsel not to preserve that, because that is something that is not out. There would be concerns for the safety of the witness on that. It's already been seen by the court and to be described as such, to preserve it. Is there anything else on that that could lead to safety issues for this witness would be very troubling?
We have no problem with that.
So that's agreed. All right. So, like to hear what the witnesses finds out from his spouse. I guess my concern is, it's always something we're trying to balance things. The news group has a right to be here and film what's going on in the courtroom. The defendant has a right of confrontation. Typically, it's face to face, but it's not hard and fast. The witness indicates there's stress on his life, and he's worried about his security of his family, and it's balancing of all those things. So I don't know where this came from or how it was obtained. I don't know how you got a hold of the picture in the first place. You're saying it's on a Cash App?
So yeah, all you have to do, her phone number is listed, and when you put her in Cash App, the picture comes up.
Cash App is what?
So Cash App is similar to Zelle, Venmo, so it's like.
Where does Judge come from? 1942? How he talking about what is that? Ain't no way he ain't know what cash. I mean, he ain't got to use it, but for him not to know what it is, oh Lord.
I want to send you money, or better yet, if you want to send me money, you have a Cash App, you send it to either my phone number or to my email, whatever I have set up. And most people do have pictures there. It is open to the public. Cash App is not one of, with Venmo, you can actually make things private. Cash App does not. So everything you do on Cash App is in the public domain.
Yeah, it seems a little concerning and troubling if they'd be looking at the witness's wife and family with the intent to cause them some sort of harm or to intimidate them in any way.
Well, I resent that, first of all.
Hold on, pause. Assistant DA Bradley, did you really just say what I thought you said? For one, when that witness was introduced, didn't he put on record that he's more concerned about the safety, not really his own, but his family, his wife and all that? So now you're going to say, oh, the defense is trying to scare his family. Y'all put it on the record. Oh my gosh. Y'all, we got about 30 more seconds of this and then we're going to talk about it.
We have a right to confront the accuser. They made a representation. It turns out to be incorrect. So, quite candidly, I resent any implication that we're trying to put anyone in danger. Quite to the contrary.
Now you'll be in recess. When you want to step out, find out, if he's able to find out.
Yeah, I'm going to need for them to try again. But shout out to our legal analyst, Prince, who has already watched it and told us that they were able to go ahead and get that motion granted. And that, hold on, my phone just did. Okay. Get the motion granted, and he had to take the mask off. However, the cameras didn't film him, but y'all already know somebody was taking pictures, okay? If we don't know nothing else, we know that much. Oh, that was something, okay? All right. Oh, what is that? Yes, y'all know. Look, I got ADD bad. You would think because I'm so detailed in what I do, I don't. I was over here getting sidetracked. All right, let's go to the next one. But yeah, man, tell that lady to sit down. And I mean it. Because that just triggered me just now. how y'all gonna use that as part of y'all motion, but then turn around and be like, oh, y'all bring the family? No, y'all brought the family in. For one, let me tell y'all something, okay? Your family, okay, shouldn't have been online anyway. Pitch putting you anyway, okay? Y'all, for those who don't know, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, okay? And in one of the Harry Potter movies, Hermione wiped all her existence from her family, okay? Because she was going to be about that life. So, come on. They should have, you know what? That needs to be added to the curriculum. If you're gonna be part of undercover, and per Law and Order SVU seasons 1 through 26, don't undercovers like supposed to like not even have communications with their family? You're supposed to like be living like a whole separate life. I'm just saying, you know. But what's next? How long is this one? Okay, let's get into this. No.
Okay, in this particular image, were you able to identify the co-defendant, Cortland Henry?
Yes.
And where is he looking in that one photo?
Can I stand up, Roman?
You can stay up.
Let me see if I can get something to point with, Your Honor. So
It's not touchscreen, right? This time.
that's not, so. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a wireless mouse. It doesn't really work on this screen particularly well, but if you could come around this side, stay that direction, please. And if you could point to Cortland Henry. Okay, so it's not working on that screen on that, so just if you keep your back. Okay. Okay, do you see the individual identified as Jamel Simmons in this picture?
Subject right there.
Okay.
Technology.
The other individuals that are in this photo, were you able to identify them?
Yes.
And who are they?
This is Jamon Mitchell. He was in the email chain sent through the YNW Melly booking Gmail account. This is Jaquan Burton, Q-Shine, or Perk, that's saved on the phone. This is Derek Dixon, aka Gino, saved on the 9807 phone number.
And the hand signs and symbols that are being shown, what are they indicative of?
So this hand sign right here, that's the big B for blood. This right here is G-Shine, same hand sign that Melly or Mr. Demons is throwing out. Same hand sign he puts on his music albums and commonly uses. It's a specific hand sign, just the G-Shine, to the Gangster Killer Bloods. Well, this is a universal hand sign for Bloods. This is universal hand sign for Bloods. This is specific to Gangster Killer Bloods.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and scroll down further on that same page, saying 39 received.
Thank you.
So going down here on December 12th of 2018, there's a message from, again, the Gino to the 9807 phone number. If you could read that message aloud.
are you a Roo? Roo, I was thinking you should drop a few chains and give them to the gang. That'll show people who you connected with. It's not mandatory, just a thought.
Okay. The response,
Not everybody, of course.
is there a dues or tithing that's required as for membership in a criminal gang?
Yeah, as described in the oath and many times throughout the Bible, it's not about the individual, it's about the collective.
Oh, you got to pay?
Mere fact that he wasn't even communicating.
You got to pay to be in a game? What the world?
That was enough for them to say you're not doing enough for us. And now, to step further, we need to be brought to these shows, and you should buy this some jewelry because that jewelry's not cheap.
Okay, so then the next message from December 12th says you're in the position to be a young Don. What is a young Don?
Higher up, captain.
Okay. Is that one of the ranks?
They didn't reference that name as in their Bible as what they call their ranks. So I think it's just like a term related to the mafia, Don.
Okay. And the response from the 9807 phone number is?
Let's do it.
Okay. Then Gino continues on in the next message on 12/12/2018, still on page 40. In that message that's up there, is there other terms and things that you see that would be indicative of G-Shine or Gangster Killer Bloods?
Yes, so I'll read it and then I'll go through it. Bet that, Ascari, but seriously, I want you to really think about the power you possess, little brother. I'm just here to show you how to use it. So the first thing is Gino is addressing the 9807 number as Ascari, which is rank. It's not like saying blood or homie or any of the other, or Herc or twin. He's specifically calling him Ascari. It would be like calling him general if he was in one of the first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor general spots, or Godfather, something to that effect. He's saying Ascari, you are an Ascari. And we know that based off his email where he has a document that says you have now ascended to the position of Ascari. So this reaffirms that. And then Gino explains, I want you to think about the power you possess. And that power comes from, in my opinion, from what I've read through all these messages, the power is money. Money is power in a game. And not only is money power, but fear and intimidation.
Objection.
Is power.
Sustained.
Okay, so going on.
Strike. Your disregard of last comment, stricken.
Moving on to the next page 40.
Hold on. My dang, I gotta go back because I didn't hear what did they take off record. My bad.
Power in a game. And not only is money power, but fear and intimidation.
Objection.
Is power.
Sustained.
Okay, so going on.
Strike. Your disregard of last comment, stricken.
Hey, I missed it again.
Moving on to.
Okay.
From what I've read through all these messages, the power is money. Money is power in a game. And not only is money power, but fear and intimidation.
Objection.
Is power.
Sustained.
Okay, so going on.
Oh, okay. They trying to slide that one in there. Okay.
Strike. Your disregard of last comment, stricken.
Moving on to the next page 42 at the very top. If you could read that message aloud.
Once the family gets a real glimpse of how you rock with me, it's all access granted. Be like a young Nicky Scarfo.
Who is Nicky Scarfo?
Philly mob boss.
Okay.
Very powerful mafia boss in Philadelphia.
Okay. So then there's other messages, December 23rd, 2018, where Gino is asking for something. Can you read that one aloud, please?
The things I ask you to do don't even cost money. Shake my head. SMH.
Okay. With response, then December 23rd, there's a message about at 8:18 a.m. If you could read that one.
No more shows for you and that N-word. Track being his manager, or Mr. Demon's manager.
Okay.
I'm putting bubble gum in his hair, yin yang twin looking ass.
Okay. The next request, if you could read that one aloud.
The Godfather wants to know if we can be an R&B group.
Is there anything based on your training and experience that you can say about that particular message?
In these organizations, the higher ups usually call the shots, although the guys on the bottom of the totem pole might be doing their own thing, either, whatever hustle they decide to choose. They have some autonomy, but at a certain point, if you get directions from your higher ups, you kind of have to start listening to them. You wouldn't just be able to act reckless and do whatever you want. So you would get some kind of direction, especially if it's for the benefit of the organization and benefit of the game.
Okay, moving on from page 43 on to 44. At 12:26, the Rue, I need to skyline with you. What does that mean?
I need to talk to you, I need to meet up with you.
Okay. And then the next message, 44. The next message on page 44.
I'm here to help you, but I refuse to not be helped back. Takes a seat out. In all actuality, you don't fuck with me or with the set. I'm beefing with N-words in Florida, and I don't even know. Shake my head. Why are you even around?
And if you can remind the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what does it mean to be false flagging?
False flagging is claiming something that you're not. So saying you're blood when you're not blood, or saying you're blood and you are blood and you're just not acting like a blood. And holding to your values for your oath as a blood.
Okay, going to page 47 at the very bottom. What is being asked of the 9807 number at this point?
Post me for my belated birthday, Herc. I'm only asking because I got hella hoes last time you posted me. He's asking 9807 number to post him on social media because it got him a lot of females last time he did that. So he's clout chasing.
Okay. And can you explain what clout chasing is?
Trying to get popular, famous, get a lot of views, become famous using social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any platform, TikTok, Twitch. These gang members are on all these platforms. Regular people are on all these platforms. Everyone's, like I said, the era of social media. Everyone's trying to make money on social media. And he's trying to get females.
There's nothing more powerful than you.
Was previously stated, as you're objecting to this witness testifying wearing a mask. Based upon his testimony, I overruled the objection, and now you're suggesting you want to revisit that?
Yes, sir.
So go ahead and tell me, make
Hold
your
on.
argument.
Ain't that something? High skill.
Okay, in this particular.
I don't know how I did that. Was we done? Hold on.
Rue, I need to skyline with you. What does that mean?
Just need to.
Yeah. Oh, we was done.
False flagging is claiming something that you're not.
All right. Bam. All right. So, it's just. What did we get? Truth team. What did we gather from that piece of information? That last 12 minutes of our life. What did we gather from that? Prince says, so highlight to pay attention to how many times when the sec presses Melly, he replies with something about his mother. What up, Same Gang? I would like to know more about their relationship. Yeah, definitely. I agree to. She's definitely a catalyst too, and she has full use immunity. Okay. What up, L? But yeah, that was more so to me. I've been saying it's just like a lot of fluff, right? But let's see what's next. Oh, interesting. Let me see what's that.
Anjanette Levy, and thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. We are in our lunch break in the trial of YNW Melly, and we're beginning the third week.
Shout out to Law and Crime Trial Network for allowing everybody named Mama to use their footage. Why is one video hidden? What did they take down? Interesting.
I'm gonna start with the videos.
Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, pull up.
So I'm gonna just click on that and pause it.
No, they ain't
Individuals that
trying
are
to get us
identified in this
demonetized.
live photo / video from the iPhone. Do you recognize those individuals?
Yes, I'm like,
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the person on the far left in the black shirt.
that's Courtney.
Okay, the next individual in the blue shirt with the green stripe and RS on the front of it.
Mr. Dennis.
Okay, going on across to the person on the far right, the photo with the long threads, the gray jacket, black pants.
I believe that's Track.
Okay. Are there gang signs or symbols that are being shown in this particular image?
Well, the colors, some of them.
No, they don't got King Von up in this photo. Is that Dirt? Is that King Von and Dirt in the picture? Now, of all the pictures they could have brought up, like, come on, man.
When they're wearing the color red, and then you have Mr. Dennis throwing out GKB with one hand, and the other hand just east side. Those are two signs.
Okay. The Chicago Bulls hat in the background, is that something that's associated with a blood gang?
Yeah, blood gang members typically wear red Chicago Bulls outfits. Mount Pyru, blood gang members typically wear that a little more because it's similar to one of their symbols, which the subject in the white shirt is throwing out. This would be Mount Pyru because it makes an M. I apologize. And then the subject's obviously wearing all red. This is one of the subjects in the picture is wearing almost all red. Mr. Dennis is wearing plenty of red shoes, red highlights on the shirt with some green.
Okay. So I'm gonna go forward and publish, and that was for the record.
Prince, you made me spit out my dollar. Okay, this is crazy.
For 0162.mov. So I'm gonna go and publish image _0300.mov.
Yeah, you see that shit, you know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers, that shit, hit me. Chill, where else how to see who is. See the YNW? See the triple red. BAG shit, man. You niggas, one of the niggas, you feel me, gonna have full in that snow.
So the individual that's speaking in that video, do you recognize that person?
Mr. Devins.
I just want to say I'm glad he took out the gold because he's.
And last but not least, image 278.mov.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
So Detective Malone asks, are you a Kevin Gates fan?
Yeah, I'm a Kevin Gates fan.
You ain't no Kevin Gates fan.
Yes.
Is some of that last video that we just watched consistent with that lyrics?
Yeah. Variation of the song.
Okay. Does the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m. include the lyrics never say when?
I believe so.
Does it say both of them?
Don't think so.
So
Hold
continuing
on.
on to
Pause.
go through
Pause.
some of the
Pause.
other
Pause.
photos.
Pause. Pause. What we're not gonna do is put no Kevin Gates slander and no double murder case. Okay. God dang it. Prince, are you serious? I don't think so. Is that the video? I could have sworn he had a lighter background. Are you sure? Prince, you are lying to me right now. What song was that? What Kevin Gates song is that? I need to read lyrics. Okay. What song was that? Whatever time, bitch, shouldn't have went up on streams today. What song is that? Bo, what it do? Anybody know what the song was? Hold on, let me go back a little bit. Let me listen to it one time. I think it's 4:30 a.m. I think that's the song.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also mean for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Never say.
So
Yeah, I thought so. Hey, now I am a Kevin Gates uh historian, okay? Just gotta put that out there, okay? Yeah, we did Kodak Black. Okay, I'm telling you, maybe I just like Louisiana rappers or something. All right, let me see what these lyrics say. 4:30 a.m. Never say when. It's 5 in the morning and your children are going on the corner. What part was he singing? Oh. Dang. Hold on, let me listen one more time. I'm trying to see if he cause they reaching. Or they might be reaching, okay?
Get that also mean for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
So Detective Malone asked, are you a Kevin Gates fan?
Not too much on Kevin Gates, L.
Are you familiar with the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Is some of that last video that we just watched consistent with that lyrics?
Yeah. Variation of the song.
Okay. Does the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m. include the lyrics never say when?
I believe so.
Does it say both of them?
Don't think so.
So continuing on to go through some.
He ain't sound confident. He said, don't think so. Hold on, I'm looking. I mean, I just want to point out this, okay? Technically, he said with an S. He said no regrets for the ish I did. That also means for the ninjas with an S I killed. So I mean, they're reaching with that. Did he just lie on oath? Yo, call the lawyer. Did he just lie under oath? Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Hold on. Let me listen back. We need to start a petition. Did I just hear a lie? Let me go back a little bit. Call the lawyer, Prince. Tell him we found some perjury. Oh, my bad. I ain't even sharing the right screen.
Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
So, Detective Malone asks, are you a Kevin Gates fan?
Yeah, Kevin Gates fan.
You're not a Kevin Gates fan. You're a liar.
4:30 a.m.
Yes.
Is some of that last video that we just watched consistent with that lyrics?
Yeah. Variation of the song.
Okay. Does the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m. include the lyrics never say when?
I believe so.
Does it say both of them?
Don't think so.
Hold on. We about to, this technicality, we about to find out right now. Let me listen one more time to what he said. One more time.
For the niggas out.
Well, Bo, you can't be a Kevin Gates fan if you don't even know the lyrics of what he says. So I'm about to listen to see if he said both of them. But he has an S on the end of the word. Normally, when you put an S on the end of a word, it means plural. I'm just saying it's a reach, but I don't see. They should have said objection and showed the lyrics to the song.
Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
So, Detective Malone asks, are you a Kevin Gates fan? 278.MOB.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m.
He didn't even say both of them. Hold on, one more time. He didn't even say both. He said the words to the song. Let me go back. Make sure I go further enough.
Mr. Demons.
And last but not least, image.
Well, this not even, but see, the thing is, this not even his music. This is Kevin Gates' music. But based on, and that's why I'm playing it again, but based on what I'm hearing, for one, the freaking DA is asking, are you a fan? When somebody say, yes, I'm a fan, meaning you're knowledgeable of the music that's being said, right? Then she came back and said, well, do the song say both of them? He said, I don't think so. Well, for one, who said both of them? Y'all think I'm playing? Let me send, no, because I sent an email. I'm sending an email to the lawyer and say, yo, why y'all ain't say nothing about that? But now you won't put me on the record on this case. I'm going to show
no
you.
regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the niggas out. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
So, Detective Malone asks, are you a Kevin Gates fan?
Yeah, Kevin Gates fan.
That's a lie.
Are you familiar with the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Is some of that last video that we just watched consistent with that lyrics?
All of the last video.
Variation of the song.
Okay. Does the Kevin Gates song 4:30 a.m. include the lyrics never say when?
I believe so.
Does it say both of them?
Don't think so.
Okay. So,
All right.
continue.
Let me show y'all the lyrics. I hope the defense called her out on that. And this is genius.com. It says no regrets for the ish I did. That also means for the ninjas with an S I killed. He said that. That's the exact line that he said. I mean, it's identical to what was said to me. Where did she hear both of them? I'm confused. No, it's not the hook. So that's the hook, Bo. This is literally the verse 2. Verse 2. It said, hold on. Like, it's literally, they ain't did their homework. It's literally in the second verse. So hold up. Hold on, because I'm about to play the freaking song myself. Because I'm definitely a Kevin Gates fan, okay? And y'all see me not even listening to what song they said. I knew the song. I just wanted to confirm that was the song they was using. But I knew the song. Let me make sure I go to his YouTube. Ain't about using the lyrics. It's about alluding that he was adding words to a actual song to prove like he was trying to reference the murders when indeed he said the song like it was. I'm gonna need for them, if you're gonna win the case correctly, but that was perjury. And look, based off my degree from Law and Order, that was perjury, okay? She know that wasn't right. Bo. At what part of the trial do they talk about it, Prince? Later on. You know what? Let's start. Is he not talking? Oh, so I know they saw they put Boosie name out there too, right? Why is this not? I don't hear no. Are they not talking? Hold on, who's on their way? Oh, that's what y'all talking about. Hold on. Yeah, we about to talk about that. Let's see.
Defendants, his counsel, the assistant state attorney, by which remains on stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust you all had a nice lunch. You were able to stay dry. It's raining out there, but many of them. We're ready to proceed. And we left the statement still on direct examination of the witness. Counsel, if you're ready, you may proceed.
Yeah, okay, Detective, we have talked about and shown you what's been previously marked as state's XXX for identification purposes only. Was that a document that you reviewed prior to coming into court today?
Yes.
Does that document fairly and accurately depict the conversations between the 9807 phone number and an individual identified as Ben?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would request an state XXX in and published.
Any objection?
Objection is on grounds of criminal standards.
Excuse me, come side.
So hold on. So y'all mean to tell me they put in NBA Youngboy and Quando Rondo in this too? Oh Lord. Dang. Okay. I got the text.
State 71.
Your permission to publish?
You may.
Thank you.
This is just too much.
Detective Polo, starting on page 1 out of 57 on this is this first text. If you could read that out loud, please.
This bang hit me up real quick. HM hit me up.
Okay, and so this conversation is between an individual that's labeled as Bang and the 9807 phone number again?
Yes.
Okay. And I want to.
Hold on, let me see something. Let me. Yeah, I went too far, babe.
Detective Polo, starting on page 1 out of 57 on this is.
All right, y'all, give me 1 second. 1 second. I may go off. That's from August though. Why they be pulling up old messages? That'd be weird. Hold on. Oh, dang, somebody been messaging me. All right, my bad. All right, let's continue.
This first text, if you could read that out loud, please.
This bang hit me up real quick. HM hit me up.
Okay, and so this conversation is between an individual that's labeled as Bang and the 9807 phone number again?
Yes.
Okay. And I want to.
All right, hold on, y'all, because y'all think I'm playing. I'm sending an email for real. I gotta get this timestamp real quick for this video. So hold up.
That also mean for the niggas I killed.
All right, that's all I needed. All right, we're back at it.
Go forward on this. So in terms of starting at through here, in terms of the message here on September 6, 2018.
Yes.
What is that message say?
What page we got?
Page 4.
G shit, question mark?
Okay. And the response from the Bang message is what?
Shit, yeah. Hey, you beefing with that in green dude?
And what is the response?
I don't even consider it beef and word cap.
And in terms of the word cap, is that used in any specific context in these messages?
Yeah, capping just means like, he's not taking it serious. It's just, they're talking trash to each other.
Okay. In terms of the word slime, again, do you see that in the messages on page 5?
Yes. So he refers to subject.
Okay. And I believe again back on, So going forward to September 19th of 2018. What does the person identified as Bang ending in 5054 say?
Yeah, okay.
7.
Ready?
Yes.
At the studio, what's the knowledge of?
Okay. Going forward to the bottom of page 8. The last word in this message on September 20th, 2018, 6:28 p.m. What does that tell you about the person composing that message?
the person is continuing to use blood-related language by taking out the C's and using either B's or other letters. In this case, it being a B.
Okay. On September 23rd, 2018, there is a page or a screenshot of a Instagram or social media page that is sent. What is the message that's asked?
That's you, blood.
And what's the response?
Hell no. Fan page. Send a pic to Lilo.
And in terms of the picture that is sent in return on page 10, that is, for the record, States Publishing has been previously admitted as State 62. In terms of the middle message here about you back in Louisiana, is there, you mentioned regional differences in the way individuals in gangs work. Can you explain to ladies and gentlemen of the jury a little bit about the Louisiana, New Orleans set of the Bloods?
So, East Coast Bloods operate under the UBN, but for some reason, and it's not really something we've been able to tell, is Louisiana Bloods don't fall under kind of like the same structure as the other gangs within the UBN. For some reason, Louisiana Bloods will claim their hoods, their neighborhoods. So instead of repping G-Shine, GKB, something like that, or Nitrate, they'll just rep a hood that they're from. So if they're from 40th Avenue and Baton Rouge or Holly Grove in Louisiana, then they'll rep those hoods, and they might be Bloods from those hoods, and that's what they rep, instead of falling under the major UBN alliances or sets.
Okay, so going on to page 12, the individual that's been identified as Bang in the messages, what does he say?
I just made it back to Baton Rouge.
And then the next one?
Excuse me. Just checking on you, blood, be safe.
Okay. Going down again to another message on the bottom of page 13 from the individual labeled as Bang. What does he say?
Says, laughing out loud, you on the move, blood? I like that. You be motivating me.
And that was in response to a question from the 9807.
Right. He said, damn, I'm going to be in LA.
So I want to go through the 9807 number on page 16 for Defense Counsel at 10/13/2018, 11:16 p.m. Has that same SLAT, S-L-A-T-T. Is that something that you've seen all through these messages?
Yeah, it's commonly used blood call out, like black, slat, brat.
Okay.
Just things that they say, so you know someone's a blood or you're talking to a blood. You're supposed to use the lingo as we've previously discussed, as it's stated in the Bibles.
Okay, going into, again, still page 16, moving down to the message of October 13, 2018 at 11:17 p.m.
The 9807 number states in North Carolina, getting ready for this show. Obviously, he's taking out the C in North Carolina, replacing it with a big B. Bloods.
And then the response from the 5054 Bang number.
Says, I'm about to head to Gotti's concert at SQL. I was just checking in on you, blood.
Okay. On page 17, October 14th of 2018. Can you read that one and then explain what it's meaning?
9807 number asks, you know someone selling a glizzy? Glizzy is a slang term for a Glock.
Okay. Then continuing on to the next page on page 18. What is the 9807 asking at, again, October 14th, 2018?
He again asks, without putting a question mark, but any gun, basically saying I'll take any gun.
Okay. Going on to October 26, 2018 at 4:45.
Hold on, I paused it, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to screenshot what we get. So I've been over here focused on that email just now. Dang, it's small. All right.
a.m. Can you read this specific message? And I'll make it a little bit bigger.
What page?
Page 20.
3220 Southwest 192nd Avenue, Miramar, Florida, 33029. I'm on my way right now, bud.
Okay. I'm going down to the 9807 messages on October 26, 2018, 44611 and 44619. What does the 9807 number say at that point?
This one?
Yes.
All right, bro. Ain't nobody picking up.
And then the next one?
Shit crazy, AF as fuck, right now, blood, what the fuck.
Okay. And in response to that, what does the number identified as bang 5054 say?
Bang responds, I'm on my way, blood, I got you.
Okay. And in terms of the locations or anything like that, you did not analyze any of that data?
No.
Oh. Going on to October 27th of 2018, 3:22 a.m. What does that say?
You good, blood?
And that's coming from which individual?
Fredo Bang.
Okay. Again, the 9807 phone number at this point says on October 27th, 2018, 3:25 a.m. a response?
Hell yeah. Appreciate everything, blood. I love you.
Continuing on to page 22. Again, the 5054 bang, Frito Bang number says what?
I love you too, blood. I told you I'm just a phone call away.
Going to the 9807 again, it's 1027, 3:37 a.m. What terminology and how is it used by the 9807 phone?
First time is blood again.
Okay. And the last message on 10/31/2018 on page 22 with the use of the word slime again.
It says I already bought it, slime.
And the response on
Go ahead. Sorry. He states, love you, blood.
That's at the top of page 23. Going on to page 24, what does the 9807 phone number say out?
The album Riding Blood, no cap.
Continuing on October 31st, is there another blood reference by the 5054 bang?
Yes. Just
Okay.
continues to use blood.
Mhm. Again, at the bottom of page 25, does the 9807 use slang or in terms of endearment associated with the blood gang members?
Yes, same use of the word blood.
Based on your review of these messages, would you categorize Frito Bang as a member of G-Shine?
Not based off these messages.
Okay. Continuing on to.
All right. So let me just ask this, because I know I heard something earlier. They was able to say, and I don't know if Fredo Bang's a gang member or not, but how based off the wording, they was able to say Fredo Bang was a member of the set, but they wouldn't have been able to say the victims were. Because earlier, the defense on, you know what, let me just get to the defense, because the defense brought out a couple things that was like, But before I do that, let me show y'all this. I am not playing. Like, if you gonna win correctly. Y'all thought I was playing. And I'm about to share it, okay? To the other, to the lawyers, okay? Told y'all I ain't playing. I said, according to the audio played in a video of YNW Melly reciting Kevin Gates' lyrics, the DA asked the witness if the song mentioned both of them. However, the audio of Melly never said both of them. The song lyrics in the last line of verse 2, no regrets for the ish I did. That also means for the ninjas I killed, which the exact word spoken in the video. This can also be verified in Kevin Gates' official video for 4:30 a.m. marker 2 through 2.25. I have provided the link, and y'all see at the bottom, that's the link to the YouTube video. Boom. We ain't playing that. Do your job. All right, there we go. Let me skip to the defense, because I'm upset with the lady right now. Cause like win your case correctly. Where did who's talking now? All right, this one.
You've done it 6 times.
I believe so.
This would be
Gestures that are done between different members of Bloods to acknowledge one of the various photographs.
All right, quick thing. It is thundering and stuff outside. I don't know if my whole Wi-Fi gonna be like last night. So if I disconnect, we will be back at it in the morning 9 a.m. But I'm here until that happens. I'm just wanting to let y'all know in advance.
Are necessary. We've already narrowed it down from, I believe, 212 for the first individual down to less than 60. So
60.
Less than 60. About a third of them. All right, so we'll hear from the doctors. All right, you're ready to proceed?
yes, sure.
You will give a curative instruction when it comes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bring the jury in, please.
David, you don't lose the exhibit that you have.
I just put it back in.
Thank you. And do you need a break? Because I only have 2 more questions.
Yeah, let's so that we don't have to change my, maybe we could connect my. It's got a battery, so we can do it across. HDMI.
Yes, here you go. Ready?
I think conversion.
Jury answering? Thank you. Let the record reflect the appointments of the jury as well as the defendant, assistant counsel, the assistant state attorneys.
What you biased about, Bo? I mean, look, really, with these type of cases, I mean, are you biased on the law of it? Or you just biased like no matter what the law and the evidence, you just got your, what you mean he did it? Okay, so so basically it's not that you're biased, you just don't care about the legal process with it. Your opinion is that he did it. But as far as like what they're presenting, and again, just based on what they're presenting, I mean, if you're going to present it, evidence on the case, you gotta be as accurate as really you gotta be accurate. Ain't as accurate. You got to be accurate with what you give to a jury to, convict somebody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad you ain't on the jury because that's crazy. You can't be biased when you're looking at the evidence. It's either the evidence makes sense and it's accurate or the evidence don't. But I wouldn't really call that bias because it's like you're not even. I don't know. I got you though. I saw when you said bias. I was like, huh?
Standard. Ladies and gentlemen, just I had the message that we need a break. There was an objection proposed. I sustain the objection, instructing you to disregard the last question and answer. All right, the answer generated information that was irrelevant, so I'm instructing you to disregard it. Thank you. You may proceed, counsel.
Okay, so Detective, we talked about the multiple phones the Godfather was using. So on page 23 of the 140-page exhibit, the individual named as Gino says what?
Yo, the GF gonna ball you today. Make sure you're on point.
Okay. And then getting on to the next page, on page 24, what does Gino say with regards to the Godfather and the phones?
He'll get around to it. He's working like 4 or 5 phones.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Counsel, you may cross-examination.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Detective Polo.
Mr. Howard.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Don't know where to begin.
Sure, it'll be a pleasure.
We're trying to. So, we talked earlier when you and I spoke during this trial a little bit earlier. We spoke about your expertise.
Yes.
And I think, I'm not sure if you agreed, but I had posited to you that your expertise, at least as far as the court has recognized, it is a relatively recent phenomenon.
Being declared an expert in court, being allowed to be testified as an expert in court, yes.
Okay. And that has, you've done it 6 times?
I believe so.
This would be the 7th or the 6th?
It is the 7th.
This is 7th, okay. And that all came about ever since February of last year, or maybe even later?
No, the first time I recall during our depositions, I told you the first time I testified, I believe was in 2015.
Okay, I think you had told us back in February 17/2022 that you had not yet been recognized as an expert?
Not right. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood the question. That was my fault. I testified in a gang sentencing hearing. It wasn't, there was no need to tender me as an expert.
Okay, so it wasn't in a officially recognized expert capacity?
Correct.
You were offering information in the course of a sentencing based upon your involvement in an investigation, right?
I was testifying to the facts that a person being sentenced was a gang member, and basically the same thing we've done today.
Okay. And your first gang investigation was in 2016?
I started my first gang investigation, I believe, in 2016, yes.
Okay. And you've been doing a lot of gang investigations in this area? When I'm saying area, I mean geographical area, South Florida?
I've done personally, South Florida, some out of New York, Chicago, and California. And Arizona.
What about South Florida?
South Florida as well.
Okay. And you told us just a little while ago you listen to rap music.
Yes, sir.
Because you're hip, right?
I just grew up listening to it.
Okay.
I've only recently started listening to other stuff.
And so you were familiar with the name YNW Melly as he became famous in the rap world?
How to answer that without being rude? I knew of YNW Melly. I don't follow a lot of when he started off SoundCloud rappers. So I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying
Hold on. What he said just now? He don't follow what? Hold up.
Famous, you became familiar with the name.
You will give a curative instruction when it comes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Turn the jury in, please.
David, you don't lose the exhibit that you have.
I just put it back in.
Thank you. And do you need a break? Because I only have 2 more questions.
Okay, let's so that we don't have to change our mind. Maybe we could connect mine. It's got a battery, so you can HDMI.
Yes. Here, ready?
I think conversion.
Gary, answer. Thank you. Let the record reflect the presence of the jury as well as the defendants, his counsel, the assistant state attorneys, which remains on the stand. Ladies and gentlemen, just I got the message that we need a break. As objections been posed, I sustain the objection, instructing you to disregard the last question and answer. All right, the answer generated information that was irrelevant, so I'm instructing you to disregard it. Thank you. You may proceed, counsel.
Okay, so Detective, we talked about the multiple phones the Godfather was using. So on page 23 of the 140-page exhibit, the individual named as Gino says what?
Yo, the GF, gonna ball you today. Make sure you're on point.
Okay. And then getting on to the next page, on page 24, what does Gino say with regards to the Godfather and the phones?
he'll get around to it. He's working like 4 or 5 phones.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Counsel, is there any cross-examination?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Detective Polo.
Mr. Howard,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Don't know where to begin.
Sure, it'll be a pleasure.
We'll try and make it. So, we talked earlier when you and I spoke during this trial a bit earlier. We spoke about your expertise.
Yes.
And I think, and I'm not sure if you agreed, but I had posited to you that your expertise, at least as far as the court has recognized it, is a relatively recent phenomenon.
Being declared an expert in court, being allowed to be testified as an expert in court, yes.
Okay. And that has, you've done it 6 times?
I believe so.
This would be the 7th or the 6th?
It is the 7th.
This is 7th, okay. And that all came about ever since February of last year, or maybe even later?
No, the first time I recall during our depositions, I told you the first time I testified.
Yeah, I looked
in
down
20.
what the world's going on in the chat? What the hell? All right, y'all. My lights are flickering. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off live because I think our power pro gonna go out the way these lights are flickering. So a lot happened. Now I seen Bo said something about, so is tomorrow the medical examiner? I don't want to be live with that because I need to see what they're gonna show. Is that what tomorrow is? Ugh. My plan was to go live to stream, but shoot, you think I doubt they ain't gonna show us. They gonna blur it out. Like I think I'm gonna go live and we just gonna go with the flow because I think they're gonna blur it out as far as on our side. So yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. This is crazy. Okay, I was over here actually just taking notes and stuff. So I'll be live at 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. We're gonna stream live tomorrow. I'm actually interested in finding out if they're gonna be like, why is this lady sending us a message? Look, I can't back this up. Look, I'm about to show y'all this and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Look, I told y'all I ain't playing. Look at this. Send it to the main lawyer too. Surely did. I surely did. Okay. But yeah, nevertheless, it ain't gonna probably change nothing, but at the end of the day, if you gonna put it out there, you just need to, make sure it's accurate info. Don't just, that goes against your oath. Like, right? When I saw it, I was like, hold up. That's not what I heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. I mean, hold on, y'all. Let me see. So, Quando Rondo did post, well, Quando Rondo Instagram did make a post. If that means Quando Rondo has made bail, I don't know. But I haven't seen no movement on his page in a minute. So I don't know. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to verify before I get up off here. Prince said, and we know she don't listen. So hey, I will say this though. It was a part I didn't play tonight, but I heard it earlier, and they was like, she was going back and forth with the judge when he overruled her objection. And I said, that lady there ain't gonna learn, okay? Ain't gonna learn. All right, hold on. I'm trying to look for something. So, okay, I can't verify if, he's out or not, but that post was made that like a new album or a new song or something about to drop. So that's what I got as far as that. No change to that part, okay? Look, no change to Thug. So the paperwork is still excuse me, on file. It hasn't been no changes, like no new paperwork to say they denied it or anything. So that's where we're at on that. Y'all already know I'm going to go out with some music, man. Y'all pull up tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Tell a friend to pull up. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the donations if you feel like it. Cash App is always available. And for now, holla!
What's going on?
Who is that?
A lot of noise in your background.
Hey.
Yo, let me meet me, man.
All right, I'm coming, bro.
You gonna be
Tell me
where?
on with me.
You gonna be where?
Yeah.
All right.
Where you going?
Yeah, whatever. Tell her to be quiet.
Who's that?
Chill.
What you mean?
I gotta run to the door right quick.
What you mean? I thought we was going somewhere.
We still gonna go chill, but I just gotta go run and do that right quick. I'm gonna be back.
It's always that. You always gotta be. Why you gotta put your music before me?
I'm doing it for us. What you mean? It ain't for what you.
I keep hearing the same thing over and over and over.
I'm gonna be back.
I had a time.
You know what it is.
Chain. I had a chain, the one way follow me. I had a chain, the one way stop me. I had a chain, the one had to love me. I had a chain, the bottom of my company. I had a chain. I had a chain with a battle, chain the one who ain't robbing me. I had a chain, the one who ain't doubting me. I had a chain, the one that I had problem with. I had a chain to go with my dollars. I had a chain. Chain with a battle, chain on a lot of them niggas. I had a chain on a lot of them bitches. Chain the guy for me to go get it. Chain my play for me to keep winning. Chain the frame, then you get the picture. Chain my name, I know that they snitching. Chain my lane, I know they won't get me. These niggas too lame, these bitches be petty. I had a chain for the better, hit like swing, better swing, better straight boom like bing, better bing, better make say. Ain't gotta lie. I show the world, we make it work. I make a girl live up a skirt. They change with my dog and she don't know her work. They change on my number as soon as she skirt. I had to change to get that love. I had to change to get that shot. I had to change to get that love. I had to change to get that shot. I had to change the one way follow me. I had to change the one way follow me. I had to change the one had to love me. I had to change the bottom of my company. I had to change. I had to change with a battle, change the one who ain't robbing me. I had to change the one who ain't doubting me. I had to change the ones I had problem with. I had to change the go with my dollars. I had to change. Change with a battle.
You knew better, you would do better. Change up on whoever. Hating niggas, we got several. Hoes love me like the fact fella. Who, what, why, whenever. These niggas shooting wherever, in any weather, don't know no better. Killing niggas for them gold medals. I change lanes on all my niggas. Stay the same lane. I wanted more than all my niggas. Rep the same gang. Ain't nothing changed, still the same. Too many niggas strange. These niggas don't bought the same. My Melly rocking the game, roving way out your range. Honor amongst thieves, these thieves get Swiss cheese. Me hating my nigga, please. You 100, I salute it. Stack it and get back to it. The money, what we pursuing. I do how I gotta do it. Change it and keep it moving. Fire and show money. Shine, love, more money. The struggle, that's no money. I change to get more money. Humble and stay grinding. Be careful, watch your surroundings.
I had a child who always follow me. I had a child who always follow me. I had a child who had to love me. I had a child about my company. I had a child. I had a child.
Now it's the other way around. They mad cause I made it out.
I took the hard way. I ain't not snare a nigga for nothing. I threw the hard way. Hard way, my heart to this day. I'm really with it, my feelings in it, so please, bitch, don't play. I took the hard way. I ain't not snare a nigga for nothing. I threw the hard way. Hard way, my heart to this day. I'm really with it, my feelings in it, so please, bitch, don't play. Don't play.